How to start trading as a beginner profitably? That is the right question you need to ask yourself before you start trading. In this video, I will give you the answer. I will reveal the platforms, brokers, strategies, and trading bots I use, plus how I manage my capital. I'll also expose common scams so you can stay safe. After 10 years of hard lessons, I'm sharing in this video everything I've learned. So stay until the end of this video and start trading with confidence. Also, by the end of this video, you will get a few of my trading robots for free, so you can start easily. And for the very beginners, let's explain what is trading. In simple words, we buy an asset, we hold it for some time, and we sell it. The goal is to buy it on a cheaper price from the price we want to sell it, and to have the profit from the difference of the buy and the sell price. And there are so many different types of trading and assets you can be trading. For example, you can buy stocks, hold them and sell them. You can buy cryptocurrencies, hold them for some time and sell them on a higher price. You can buy commodities, futures, and many more, but I will show you one of my strategies that I revealed in one of my videos. It is for the Bitcoin. I'll put it on my recording screen and you will see some price action analysis, but try to ignore all of these. So for the beginners, I buy Bitcoin, I hold it for some time and I sell it. For example, the last time I bought it around the $59,000 and I sold it at $97,000. Obviously, we cannot sell at the highest point because at this moment I didn't know how far price will go, so I took the profits. Now I saw that the price dropped, I bought a little bit of a Bitcoin and I'm waiting for more buying opportunities if the price drops even lower. However, this takes days, weeks, months, sometimes years, and within this period, within every day, there are more trading opportunities. This one candlestick or this one bar represents one day, but if I go down to the hourly chart, you will see that within one day there are more trading opportunities where we can buy an asset and sell it later. And even more, if I go down to the M15 time frame, you will see a lot of movements up and down, and this is where the real trading is happening. And the most popular way to do that is with the CFD trading, or the contract for difference. You're buying the asset at one price and you're selling it on a different price, and you benefit this difference. Obviously, if you sell it on a lower price, you're handling losses, but the idea is that you can do that quickly. You can buy now and sell it after a few minutes, a few hours, depends on the strategy you will be trading, and I'll get to that a little bit later in the video. However, when you start trading on the lower time frames, especially manually, and no matter what indicators, strategies, tools you are using, you are always putting emotions into it. You are greedy when you are on a profit and you hold the trades for longer, so you can make more money, but then the profits are gone and you profit nothing. On the other side, people hope when they buy an asset and it goes in the opposite direction. They hope it will recover, but the price goes down and it goes down and goes down. And one moment they panic and sell and they handle losses. All of these emotions make over 95% of traders lose money with manual trading. That is why in my videos, in my courses, I teach algorithmic trading. I do algorithmic trading myself, and this is where we put the emotions 100% away and we focus on the strategies. And to be able to trade, you need a trading account. For example, with TradingView, there are different brokers that you can connect to, but before getting into that, let's cover the main trading platforms. First, we have the TradingView, which became really popular recently, and it is a platform that that is designed for charting, and with this platform you can watch stocks, funds, futures, forex, and this platform is really suitable if you like drawing over the charts using different indicators, just like what I showed you with Bitcoin. But their algorithmic trading is still new. They are just developing it, and here we go to the platform number 2, MetaTrader, which is the most popular platform for algorithmic trading. There is the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 versions, and again here you can draw over the charts and insert different indicators so you can apply different strategies. But the most important thing is that we can add expert advisors or trading robots, and in this account I am trading the Vigorous EA fully automatically. So with expert advisors for the beginners, the goal is to trade fully automatically. We put the expert on the chart and we forget about it. We are just monitoring the performance, of course, because there are losing expert advisors, and if you start trading with such, you immediately need to change with another one, but I'll get to that point at the end of the video, where I will also share how I manage my capital and when actually I decide to stop trading with a robot. CTrader is the third platform you can trade with. It is available for Windows and Mac. They have apps as well. And the fourth one is the NinjaTrader, which is popular in a few countries. But MetaTrader is actually free for the traders, the clients. We trade for free on MetaTrader platform. The brokers pay to the MetaTrader so they can offer it for free to their clients. And when it comes to brokers, it is very important to select legit ones. Most of the brokers are not regulated. They have MetaTrader, they have a website, they have a team, very good sales team that will call you. They will ask for your personal details, they will ask for your credit card details over the phone just to help you fund your account faster. That is scam. Never ever expose your credit card details over the phone. Even the person on the other side sounds like a professional trader. I can assure you he's a professional salesman, and thousands of people get scammed every day online on different niches, and that's the reason for the forex brokers we have created this page on our website where you can monitor and see which brokers we use. We make sure to use regulated brokers. These are not recommendations. This is why we've put pros and cons so you can decide which one you want to use. And there is a detailed guide for each one so you can compare and see which one is most suitable for you. And with the forex brokers, we fund an account. Let's say I have a trading capital of $1,000 and I can fund this amount with the broker and I can trade with this amount, my own money. And on the website we have a page with the results right in here, and there is a live trading section. So in this section we transparently show all of our accounts, and you can see with how much I started, what was the initial balance, what's the current balance, the profit, the gain in the last 30 days, and so on. You can start usually as low as $200, and that's the very bare minimum. Even 500 is the minimum for me. I have a few smaller accounts just to test different combinations of robots, but it's a personal choice with how much you want to trade. Now the very popular thing nowadays is the prop firm industry. These are the companies that provide capital to traders to trade with, and usually there are challenges that you need to pass in order to get that capital allocation. And guess what? The scam is even bigger in here because all of the prop firms are not regulated. There is no guarantee that they will pay out to you. There is no jurisdiction that will force them to pay out to you. And I struggled a lot in 2024 to find legit prop firms that we can trust, and many refuse to pay out. Some unblocked my accounts, but at the end of the day, we have 3 that we tested. And if I show you on the top of the page the prop firm stuff, you will see 3 companies that we tested and we didn't experience issues. However, in one of my previous videos, I said that if they pay out to me, there is no guarantee that they will pay out to you. So be careful with that. Also, if you want to have a look at the challenges we are currently trading, you can have a look at this page and below. So here are the ongoing challenges and below are the challenges that we passed. This is the last one I passed right at the end of 2024. It was a $15,000 challenge from FundedNext. And here you can see all of the orders that were executed. If I go to closed orders, you will see that I was trading the pound dollar and the dollar yen. And actually in this challenge, I was using the top 3 expert advisors from the prop firm Robots app. Pretty much I was looking daily at the last 1 year performance and I was picking the top 3 expert advisors, but I was always confirming that they are profitable in the last 1 month as well. For example, you can see that this Bitcoin strategy with magic number ending on 5874 is not in the top 3 in the last 1 month. It just dropped lower, right? So from these, I would be taking only the first 2 and then the next one, which is profitable also on the last 1 month, which is this Bitcoin strategy ending on 3360. Now, the third option you have is to trade with instant funding brokers, those that you purchase the funded account. And on the website, we also placed 3 brands. One is Darwinex, which we've been using the most recently, and trading.com spelled with X, and iFunds. We tested 3 of them. They paid out without any issues, and the 3 of them are very different. For example, with Darwinex for €38 a month, we receive 100k account to trade with, and we can get a location up to €375,000 and receive 15% payout from the profits we make. I have explained how Darwinex works in plenty of videos. I'll leave one down below in the description if you want to learn more about it. Next is trading.com, where we buy accounts starting from $1,000, and here the net profit split is 80% on the first 2 stages, then it drops down to 50% on stage 5. But to move to the next stage, you need to achieve 20% profit. And I'm already on a second stage in one of my accounts where I'm trading the Forex Gold Investor Expert Advisors. So here it is. I started with a $10,000 account, and then when I achieved 20% profit, I went to the $20,000 stage. And now I am chasing 24,000. I'm already at 21,439. But right here, when I achieved the 20% profit, I was capable of withdrawing $1,600, which covered my initial investment, and I had a bigger account to trade with. If I show it to you on MetaTrader, you'll see that I'm trading the Forex Gold Investor, and in the account history, I have $3,846 as a profit. Here are all trades that opened and closed. And the third brand I'm using for funded accounts is iFunds, where it works pretty straightforward, because whatever profits you make, you can withdraw 50% profit split at any moment. And with all of these, expert advisors are allowed. And here we go to the strategies. So I'll bring back again the Bitcoin chart, and you will see that when I am buying Bitcoin, I use a lot of things. I use the moving averages. In this case, I have a 20 simple moving average, and there are so many indicators that you can use, like hundreds of indicators, but most are based on the moving average, just different formulas behind to make it more attractive and useful for the traders. But Useful is not always the right word for the indicators, and in this case I use some support and resistance levels. I use trend lines and counter trend lines. I like to buy Bitcoin when it drops 20, 30 or 40% from the record highs, and I just wait for the price to go up again and sell it on a profit. However, you need to use a strategy that is proven. Don't trust YouTubers who just go over the chart. And then that's why I don't have such videos where I will tell you, hey guys, you know what, I bought here and I sold here. And if you look back in the chart and you see the 20 moving average, when the price crosses down, you should sell. When it crosses up, you should buy, because that's not really a proven method. The only realistic method to know that a strategy is profitable is if you have a track record. But if I go to my live trading results and I show you any of those expert advisors, for example, the Happy Gold trading on this $1,000 account, you will see that this expert advisor I started trading back on the 19th of June 2024, and that's a track record. You can see exactly how the strategy performed. There was a drop, it recovered, and now the total return is nearly 30%. And if you see track records with strategies that are from manual trading, or if any manual trader, YouTuber, influencer shows you result from his account, you still cannot believe this track record because he is not trading 24/7 the Bitcoin or Forex from Monday till Friday, because humans cannot trade all the time. We need to sleep, right? But the robots can trade because we put them on the chart, we use VPSs, so we have constant internet connection, and we can see how the strategy behind the robot is profiting all the time. Because if you follow a manual strategy and someone shows you profitable track record, he's trading in specific hours that you may not be capable of being in front of the charts at this time, and maybe he missed many trades. So the only way to know if a strategy is profitable is to use expert advisors. And how you can get expert advisors? Number one is you can buy from the marketplace. The biggest one is the MQL5 marketplace, which is the official website of MetaTrader. And since MetaTrader is the most popular for algo trading, obviously that's the biggest market for expert advisors. Again, same story here, a lot of scam. Most of those are just crappy EAs and they will blow your accounts. They range from $0 up to a few $1,000s, and you can see that there are some expensive expert advisors, and it's really hard to trust some of those sellers. The second way is to program the expert advisor yourself, which requires programming skills. And to be honest, I haven't seen many traders that are good developers at the same time. Pick one of the two, because if you are a good trader, you need to focus on trading and not developing. And at the same time, if you are a great developer, well, probably you're not a good trader. Third option is to build your strategies or expert advisors automatically with strategy builders. We are using 3 such pieces of software in the academy. Number one is called Expert Advisor Studio, which you can test for free, and this one allows you to build expert advisors. You can add different entry and exit rules, and you can export the robots with one click. No programming is needed. The second strategy builder we use is the Forex Strategy Builder, which is a little bit more advanced, and you need to download it on your computer, while EA Studio is web-based. And the last option is the Express Generator, which requires a little bit of programming, but there are a lot of resources that you can use to start using it, even if you are not a developer. But for that one, you still need EA Studio in order to export the robots, I do both. I use third-party robots. I use EIs that I developed myself. Also, we automated the whole process from the Express generator in EI Studio by developing the Prop Firm Robots app, which allows us to export ready-to-use robots. So pretty much we are generating constantly robots, and we put the best ones in the Prop Firm Robots app, and as well in the top 10 robots app, where we are trading different assets, and for each one you can see the best expert advisors on different time frames. And at the beginning I said that I will give you some of my expert advisors for free, and I was planning to provide you with the gold robots that are most profitable at the time of recording on my live account. So you can see that this live account with the gold made over 156%. I have 2 more accounts where I'm trading $1,000, and those are also profitable. But to give you the best experience here, I will provide you with 15 days trial, so you can download all of the gold robots from the top 10 app for MetaTrader 4 and for MetaTrader 5. So right in here, you can select which one you want to use or download them all. I'll leave the link down below in the description, but what I would suggest you to do is to trade them first on a demo account, or even better, the strategies you like from the performance. You can download with one click and then import it back in EI Studio with the free trial, so we can see how the strategy works behind. You can see what is the entry rule. In this case, it is the alligator combined with the moving average. The MACD line is an exit indicator. There is the indicator chart. You can change also the stop loss values or the take profit values, and you will see what is the difference in the balance chart. Strategies you like, you can test on a demo account first. And I promise to share how I manage my capital, or how much I'm risking for trading, and that is my 100% rule that I never break. I risk no more than 10% of my capital into trading. 10% for cryptocurrency and 10% for investing into stocks, indices, and some long-term investments. So for trading, 10%. If you are a beginner who is watching, remember these words. Don't risk all of your capital. Don't risk all of your savings. Even you find the best trading robot or strategy, remember that Petko Alexandrov is risking no more than 10%, because even if you lose it all, you would be losing just 10% of your capital. And don't take that as a piece of financial advice, guys. I'm just sharing how I am doing it in order to protect you, because many people lose all of their savings and money in trading. Once they make a little bit of a profit with a strategy or a robot, they say, whoa. But usually when you put more money and the price goes against you, against your strategy or robot, you are actually losing more money. And also I want to share with you that for all of my live accounts, I have a very strict rule that if it drops below 10%, so let's say this first account goes on a loss and I am down 10% from my initial balance, which is $500. So if the account drops to $450, I would stop trading this robot and look for a better one. I hope this video was not too nerdy and it was useful for all the beginners. If you want to learn more about the Darwinex platform, which I've mentioned in this video, check out this video on my side. Until then, I love you guys, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.